We're going to pick back and forth. Alex will get the first pick, and then Derek will get the second pick, and then we'll go back to Alex. When you make your pick, if you have any commentary you'd like to add, obviously we've got right now, it looks like 20 people following along, whether they're on the computer or whether they're on their home phones, and we're obviously going to record this and post this as a YouTube video later too, so your commentary will be remembered for history. Do either of you have any questions before we get started?
No, I'm pretty good.
I think we're good.
All right. Well, the first overall pick for the All-Star game goes to Alex Shore. Alex, who are you going to take?
Oh, man, I gave this one a lot of thought here, and I'm going against tradition, and I'm taking Michael Harley from Tampa Bay, #1.
Michael Harley going right into the enemy's, going right into the opponent's backyard there. Michael Harley from Tampa Bay Wiffle Ball is the first pick for the blue team. Derek, I tweeted it out earlier. You are undefeated in All-Star game play.
Never with Michael.
and Michael's never been in the All-Star game, right? So, if you have any thoughts and feelings on that you want to share, feel free. Otherwise, you're on the clock to make your first selection when you're ready to go.
I just say good luck. I'm kind of tired of carrying that guy. It's your turn now.
He's been dead weight. He's been dead weight the whole time, and finally you don't have to deal with him.
Last year in pool play, I got a no-hitter going. Me, of course. He wants to come in the game, walks the first 7 people, and blows the game. You gotta, we carried him for Chris. It's Chris's brother, so we bring him.
Oh wow.
All right, Derek, who are you going to take for your first pick?
I'm going to take who I think Shore missed out on here. Too bad. Travis Hayda.
Oh, wow.
Travis Hayda from HRL is going to be the second overall pick and the first pick for the Gold All-Stars. Wonderful. A missed opportunity for Alex Shore, you think?
Yeah. You read my mind with that one. That was where I was going next.
All right, Alex.
Well, okay, here. Well, let's see. I'm going to take another true hitter here, and let's go with Jeremy from GBL.
Jeremy Radijak from Griffle Ball. If he makes it on time, is going to be a member of the blue team. It never gets old, Jeremy. The third overall pick, Griffle Ball, Jeremy Radijak. Excellent. Derek.
I'm going to have to take an all-around player here. He catches some flack about his high averages, in some of those games that don't mean anything, but I think he's going to prove it in this one. I'm going to take Regis Pollard.
Regis Pollard, a couple of guys who've led this tournament in hitting over the past several tournaments. Regis led the tournament one year. Jeremy led it the second year. This is traditionally a pitching-heavy tournament, but the All-Star game with scores of 17-14 and 19-7, maybe a little bit more hitter-heavy. We're going here than pitcher-heavy.
Yeah.
Up to you, Alex.
With that being said, I love the cheering section. I love, hearing the guys from Virginia talk. So let's go with Jim Shannon.
Jim Shannon from the Potomac Wiffle Ball League.
Yeah.
Will be a member of the blue team. All right, Derek, I don't know if there's anybody left on the board that's worth taking, but you've got another pick.
Well, here's a guy that I've looked at some of the stats in the regional play, and a guy I wanted to have on my team. So I'm going to go with Buckaloo from KWL.
God.
Jordan Buckaloo from KWL.
Who are you? Reading my mind over here.
All right, Alex.
Okay. Well, since you slipped this low, I guess I'll take the MVP of the tournament last year. I guess I'll take Stephen Farkas on my team. I guess.
Hometown, home league guy from Whifflin, Southeast Michigan, Stephen Farkas. He was last year's MVP. Still on the board. Made it all the way to the 8th pick. Wow. Sorry, 7th pick. 7th pick. No, 8th pick. I can't count.
He is the 7th pick.
7th pick for Stephen Farkas. How the mighty have fallen. All right.
I'll say it's a skill. I was being nice to Alex on that one. I would have loved to have
you weren't gonna pay him back for Harley because you were happy about that one.
Very, very happy. He's gonna probably the second inning he'll trade him to me for the guy he's not picking.
Jeez. Someone sounds salty. Did practice not go that well tonight, Linderman, or what?
Well, we actually had a good practice. Harley actually threw 10 innings. We took a little infield. Good practice.
All right, 8th pick belongs to the gold team.
Well, I was hoping that these guys will throw in our TBW alum player, Brian Kelly, but since they didn't, I'll take the Hall of Famer, Chris Hess.
Chris Hess, rookie to the tournament this year, Hess Field Wiffle Ball, becomes the 8th pick and is a gold player. You won't get to see the pink shirt because he'll be wearing a gold one, but maybe he'll wear the pink. Maybe they'll find a pink hat to wear and can get rid of the Yankees hat, hopefully. Alex, we've picked half the guys, but we still got 4 picks for you and 4 picks for Derek. Where are you going next?
Oh man, he keeps every time I think about the next guy, he's got him on lockdown. So
I was actually thinking, because you guys did win, I was thinking about letting you guys pick the first 8 and then letting Linderman pick whoever was left, because you guys did win the trophy. I don't know if you know that. There's been some photos of the trophy with you.
Oh, it's been everywhere.
I thought this might be more fair.
Well, I'm gonna let my field scout. I got a text message, so he claims that this guy should be the next pick. So let's go, Chris Meter from Skibby.
Chris Meter from Skibby Wiffle Ball League. Did not play in the regionals, I don't think. Took the regionals off, but solid numbers from past seasons, if I remember right.
All right, that one hurt a bit. I had him, next time I was going.
So that's the 9th pick. Derek, who do you got for 9th?
So I've heard some good stuff about this guy's pitching and just had a shutdown inning, and here he may be older than me. So from SRL, we're going with Bob Loftus.
No way. Awesome
Bob Loftus might be the only player in the tournament older than you, actually, and I'm not even sure he is. You guys may have to, you might have to do paper, rock, scissors for this one. Bob Loftus. Regional MVP nominee out of the BL, WB, PA, QR, TZ region. Bob Loftus, gold all-star. All right. Alex Shore.
I mean, Linderman must have been listening to the podcast when I claimed that he might have 2 mortgages. Loftus might have 4. So I don't even know what's that big. So
that was the 3-hour. Was that an hour 3, 2, or 1 of the podcast? Sure.
You got to think about it this way. That was 3 hours edited. So if you were sitting there, it would have been like 4, and it took 5 after all the sound tests. We were pretty intoxicated.
I'm gonna try to listen to it over the Christmas break this year. So hopefully there's nothing important in it right now, but I look forward to hearing it.
For sure. So I'm gonna bridge the gap here between our league and this league. Maybe him and Farkas will get along this time instead of yelling at each other. BWAC seems to compliment us enough, so I'll compliment them. Joe Spangler is my next pick.
All right. Joe Spangler from BWAX. I don't know. It's only got, we're missing an S. Oh, because the website only lists the first 4 letters for cutoff purposes. So Joe Spangler, yeah, out of Chicago. All right.
Well, I had this guy last year, and he did really good for me. I think it was the coaching, but he came through. So I'm going to take him again. That's from Mequon, Thomas Martin.
Thomas Martin, again, someone who missed the regional round this year, but solid numbers from the past, and obviously the magic run that Mequon had last year, I'm sure started with your coaching in the All-Star game and translated over to them being able to make a magic run. I do think maybe they got a little far removed from you, though. I think they were the 16th seed coming in with the worst record in the tournament. They were guaranteed a spot with their 8th place finish from last year, but you might want to work with them a little bit. So
we're planning on playing this year, so we got to cut them some slack.
All right. We love those kids. All right, Alex. Only 2 spots left to fill. 4 guys on the board.
Okay, so they came out with some article about all their clothes and how good they're going to look and how much they value that. So I hope blue compliments Peter's eyes because he's on the blue team now.
Peter Monsrud from Minnesota Wiffle Association. You've got a gopher now on your squad.
We need someone from Minnesota.
For sure. We were a little Minnesota heavy. We cut a little bit of that at the regional round, but there's still plenty of Minnesota to go around in this tournament. So all right, Peter's a blue team.
I feel like I was duped. I feel like I was duped. I listened to the podcast, and Shore had nothing good to say about Peter. Carl was trying to hype him up. I thought there was no way he would take him there.
Wait, Derek, you listened to the podcast? So you were the one guy, huh, that listened to the podcast?
Well, of course. At practice on Sunday, Michael Hardley made us listen to it.
And that's why he's now on Alex Shore's team. So, maybe he'll be a guest next year on the podcast.
He did ring.
So I thought you were going to leave Peter for me, so I apologize to Steffi and all the Minnesota guys. My adopted son, Linder, down there, or up there, really wanted to get him, but
that was your region, man. You got a first-hand look at those guys. You played up there.
And he can hit. He can play defense. So he got me there. I thought no way Shore would take a guy who he bashed for about 5 minutes on the podcast.
Well, it'll be interesting team dynamics in that clubhouse for sure.
Yeah, if I was Peter, I probably wouldn't play after what Shore had to say about him. But
I didn't even know who Peter was. I dashed their article about clothing.
He'll be your right, Shore. Even though you disrespected him, he'll play hard for you.
Lowballing me.
So I hear this guy can pitch, and it gets deep into games, and we've had some innings that last a long time. So we're going to see what Greg Tyler can do on the mound.
Greg Tyler, Hudson Valley. All right. I remember him hitting a monster grand slam at the BWBLPA QRS TUV regional, but that's all I remember. And when PWL played these guys last year, he definitely had the best hair on the team for sure.
Best hair?
Best hair for sure on the team.
Okay.
That's criteria. I mean, you took the best. You took a guy that has matching socks, Alex. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I think all of Minnesota's on fire right now, then. So I bet you guys can predict who I'm going to pick with this one. And this is just to throw a little bit of salt in the wound over there in New York. I'm taking the guy from BWBL.
BWBLPA TGFD. Tom Hannon from Backyard Wiffle Ball in Pennsylvania. And as you mentioned, that was probably less of a selection than it was a non-selection in your ongoing feud. I mean, it's Linderman announced earlier that Justin Tompkins, who he's defeated twice in the All-Star game, is going to join his coaching staff, and I guess he gets to see a teammate of his on that same roster. So while TBW will be split between two warring factions, OCWA will remain entirely together on the gold side of things.
You know, I thought about taking him 3 rounds ago, but I knew Alex was a man of his word. On this one, he wasn't going to take him, so I knew I could wait till the end to hit him. So I'm ecstatic about that.
So this wasn't a 16th pick, Derek. This was strategy, you're saying?
This was complete strategy. I left him there because he would not take him. Now, he did get me on Peter, but to Alex's credit, he never said he wouldn't take Peter. He just said he basically sucked and, shouldn't even be in the tournament on the podcast. But never said he would.
Did I really say that? I have to ask you, did I really say that?
It was pretty bad.
That sounds more like a Corbett thing, actually. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know if that was me. It might have been the vodka talking, but it was 1 in the morning.
I mentioned that Derek has already tweeted that he's taken that Justin Tompkins is joining his coaching staff. Do either of you have any other coaching staff announcements you want to make right now before we end the broadcast?
I personally only am going to take one, and I'm taking the former WSCM ace, Austin Bischoff, on.
Austin Bischoff will be coaching for the Blue All-Stars for Alex Shore. And Derek, anybody besides Tompkins for you in your dugout?
Well, after Shore's first pick, this one was very easy. We're going to add a former MVP of the whole tournament, somebody who's played a couple All-Star games and performed very well, and somebody who knows all the secrets to hitting Michael Harley since he was about 4 years old. That'll be Chris Harley.
Excellent. All right, so coaches for the gold team will be Justin Tompkins and Chris Harley, and coach for the blue team will be Austin Bischoff. All right, guys, anything else before we close here?
I did not mean to bash anyone that hard. I didn't
look.
Did that really
Peter, I don't know. Peter is clearly on Twitter. He's got the little T logo. I assume he's already been instant message and direct message about this, and you've got some clubhouse issues to deal with. Sure, not that Derek doesn't have his own clubhouse issues to deal with here around the Harley situation, but I will let you clean up your mess offline. But thank you guys for
one day. I get a feature piece on the Potomac's website, so I bet Chandler Phillips is scratching his head on that one.
Thank you guys both for taking time to do this, and thanks to our 21 attendees that joined along to follow along for the picks we got tonight. I didn't expect to get to 21, but hey, this is the center of the wiffle ball world right now. So thanks guys very much. I appreciate